Raja Jackson. I believe that this platform kick is worse poison to the minds and souls of aspiring influencers, whatever the hell you want to call them, than TikTok. I don't know much about Kick. I know that it's like Twitch, and I know that what I've seen now, which was live streaming on Kick of the most repulsive, nauseating assault imaginable. I don't want to show the video, and I don't think anybody wants to see the video. If you haven't already seen it, you can surmise what happens in the video, and I'll describe it, and I'll read a tweet from Colin Rugg. But for those who don't know of the players in this, and for those of you who don't care, okay, but Raja Jackson is the son of Rampage Jackson, who is a UFC, I think he's a Hall of Famer, a UFC great. Rampage Jackson was actually known for his slams, and Rampage Jackson, from what I understand, on a personal level, is described as among the nicest people on earth, despite his public persona and despite his brutal UFC capabilities. Raja Jackson is his son, and Raja Jackson was participating in some amateur WWE type event. Basically, I mean, it's not even the word pummeled is an understatement. Assault is an understatement. The attack was so bloody, violent, was so nauseating. This is not the one. It was so nauseating. I watched it, and then I felt sick for the rest of the day. And it's like the internet is filled with awful demonic videos. And for those of you who have been around since the advent of the internet, in the early stages, it was only about terrible videos, accidents, maiming, decapitations, etc. And there's some stuff that you watch, and the sheer brutality of the violence just sticks with you. I'll show right up until the first punch, and then you just need to know that what happened was 22 brutal punches to the face of an unconscious man. And it was almost cartoonish, like you've seen movies where someone just keeps punching hand over hand over hand. And it's like, oh, it's funny in the movie. I think it was in the movie. It was a movie with Jim Carrey where he's punching someone. He's like, I'm winning. Conceptual movies like Shawshank Redemption, when they described the guards beating one of the inmates until there was pretty much nothing left to beat. And just those words have always stuck with me, even though I don't really think that movie is as good as everybody says it is. It's the most repulsive act of violence you can see, because it's basically on an unconscious man, and it's nauseating. I'll just read Colin Rugg's description of what happened here. New. Rampage Jackson released a statement after his son brutally beat a wrestler, reportedly sending him to the hospital. He sent him to the hospital. Apparently, the guy allegedly, potentially flatlined on the mat, but broken teeth, broken bones, concussion, obviously. Apparently, he nearly choked on his own blood. Raja Jackson said he carried out the attack because he was tired of people playing with him. That's in an after the attack video. In response to the incident, Rampage Jackson released the following statement. I want to clear up some misinformation about my son, Raja. I've been asked to confirm that the wrestler, Stuart Smith, a.k.a. Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head moments before Smith's match. And this is a lie, by the way. I'll show you the video. It was hours before, not even at a different event. I'm going to play a portion of it, and I'm going to stop right before it gets more violent than anybody cares to see. That's way too loud. Now the man is already unconscious because that slam knocked his head back against the mat and he's unconscious. And I'm stopping it right there. It's 22 to the face, brutal punches with the specific and stated intent of causing grievous bodily harm to the individual. I'm not going to show all the... I'll just take this one. I don't want to accident. It makes my stomach turn just looking at it. All right. Then there was video after the incident, but I'll show you the video before the incident, which Rampage Jackson, who didn't have to say anything because it's his freaking kid and he shouldn't have said anything, could have just been quiet, but couldn't, and takes to public say, yeah, oh no, he was hit in the head with a can of beer or something. Rampage Jackson writes the following, and it's grotesquely inaccurate. I want to clear up misinformation about my son, Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith is awake and stable. I'm not sure about that, but that was August 24th. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match. Raja was told that he could get his, quote, payback in the ring. I thought it was part of the show. Yeah, people thought it was part of the show. I guess that's why nobody intervened for 22 blows. It was bad judgment. That's one way of describing attempted murder. And a work that went wrong. Oh, yes, it was all part of the work. Wait until you hear Chael Sonnen's take on this. Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and had no business involved in an event like this. Even an MMA fighter, and especially an MMA fighter, knows to stop when a player goes limp. I don't condone my son's actions at all. That's awesome not to condone them, but maybe condemn them categorically, vehemently. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing anything remotely physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned about his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. That said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern is now that Mr. Smith will wake up speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf and to kick for the situation. To which I had to say, so your defense of your son is temporary insanity sparked by an alleged concussion days earlier that compromised his ability to react to a minor incident at the wrestling event, leading to your son nearly killing a man by striking him 22 times while unconscious. Your son belongs in jail for a long time, and Lord willing will go. Let me bring up one of the amazing bad takes on this. Chael Sonnen actually put out a very long video, 12 minutes, and other than the fact that we spent a lot of time looking up his nostrils, which I don't think anybody wanted to see. I'm going to play some of this just so you can hear the wildly insane stupidity, as though nothing can be done to prosecute Raja unless Psycho Stu asks it to be done. And if he does ask for it to be done, his career in whatever that amateur wrestling was will be over, because effectively saying nobody likes a snitch. And if you say that this was out of character, or you break character and say that this was bona fide assault, if not attempted murder, premeditated, that you'll lose your career in the amateur WWE, whatever that career is. Listen to this.
You have a police department that is in possession of this information and has not done an arrest. Why?
Yet.
Well, if Stu comes out and says this was all part of the spot, if he just says those words, no matter how much you're reworking reality and history, if he says those words, the police then look like fools. If Stu doesn't say those words and say, hey, this was not scripted, as a matter of fact, he's even given a confession. He's saying that he's doing this for retribution for something else that I did. You have a legal right to defend yourself. That's true. But there's a sustainable difference between defense and vengeance. And one of them is instantaneous, and one of them is premeditated. So the police are in possession of a video which is highly against the law, unless Stu comes out as a performer and says this was agreed upon. And you have no idea how far Stu would take that. Stu is clearly unconscious. In real life, he's unconscious. But is he going to come out and say that? Or is he going to stick to kayfabe and stick to the character and say, no, the whole script was I let him spin me one way, I come down, I act like I'm unconscious. All we did is follow the script.
It's insane to be plausibly suggesting this. Stu could just as easily be dead right now. He's probably going to have some form of brain damage. And I don't mean that in like a vegetative. He's going to have concussions, migraines, traumatic brain injury, scarring on the brain. He's going to have a lifetime of potential rehab and probable brain injury. He could just as easily be dead. And Chael Sonnen, I don't like where his tongue is right now, and Chael Sonnen is out there saying it was part of a shtick, and unless he comes out and breaks character, well, nobody can do anything, and he's better off staying in character if he wants to maintain a career?
And Stu hasn't spoke yet. If Stu was to come out, it would effectively end his time in professional wrestling.
It's over, Chael.
Back in the territory days, there was a number of bookers that would tell the boys, everybody's got a camera now. You got it right on your phone. But it didn't used to be that way back then. And these guys would go out to the taverns, and the promoter and booker would tell them openly, You can go out and you can go to the local bars. If any of you get beat up in a fight at a local bar, you're fired. Like if any of you break,
I'm stopping it right here. Let's again. I'm a Canadian attorney, civil law in Quebec. Never did criminal, but you have basic understandings of criminal law. You have to study it. You have to pass it, and there are certain provisions of criminal law which are going to be pretty much standard, uniform across civilized Western societies. You cannot consent to someone assaulting you to a certain degree. Yes, you can consent to a certain degree of assault if someone's spanking you with a belt when you're engaging in sexual activity. If someone decides to cut you because you're into that, yes. You cannot consent to grievous bodily assault in advance. And the idea that people seem to think unless Stu, Psycho Stu, files a complaint, Raja can't be prosecuted is the height of stupidity, because it's a crime against the people that the state initiates. It would be like saying, well, you can't ever have someone file a complaint if they murdered you, so you can't ever prosecute someone for murder. You can't prosecute someone if you don't have the cooperation of the witness is not the case. It makes it more difficult in certain types of situations, depending on the evidence. Not when there's video evidence of the assault, video evidence of the premeditation. And so this idea that people are floating, well, if Psycho Stu decides to play with it, and it's in his interest to do so, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that they can't prosecute Raja. If they don't prosecute Raja now, they will look like idiots. The public outrage to this is off the charts. They will, by the way, this is my prediction, and it's an easy one. They're going to prosecute Raja. He is going to jail. That's my prediction. It's my hard prediction. Now, everybody who's unclear about the timeline here, let me bring this up. This was the incident that Rampage is suggesting preceded the assault.
You don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's what. Oh, you don't show it? He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was
Now, by the way, a lot of people are saying that as Stu began, you could see, I think the people are saying the can was only half empty and that Stu starts crushing it with his hand. The bottom line to this misunderstanding is that this is being streamed on Kick, presumably with Raja Plus, who got humiliated because of this and then decided to try to kill the man when he had the opportunity when he was unconscious. That this was part of the shtick and that of the actual WWE type stuff, and that Psycho Stu didn't know that Raja is not in on this type of cosplay.
Oh, you don't show it? He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
You don't show it?
No,
he's not a fucking worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will.
Nah.
We're good.
I will fuck him up, bro. I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that.
Nah, I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will. I got you.
I do not play that shit at all.
Nah, I got you.
So that was the misunderstanding. Here's the apology for those who didn't also appreciate that this was so far in advance that Stu apologized, didn't understand that Raja wasn't in on the whole thing.
Don't fucking feel that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. Hey, it's gonna all work out.
Yeah, hello. I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I started doing work for a couple I get it. We're working out. Well, he's gonna come out on your mat, too. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're always working.
This was hours before. And then when they get in the ring, he knocks him unconscious and then pummels him 22 times, only after streaming that he was going to do it. He was on Kick. Let me see if I have this incredible evidence of premeditation. This is Raja streaming this before he gets in and knocks Stu unconscious and beats his unconscious face with 22, I don't even call them sucker punches, attempted murder punches.
How many subs to knock him out?
How many subs to knock him out?
How many subs to knock him out? That's a good question. I don't know. I ain't really sub farming, but 50 subs, knock him out. 50 subs.
I ain't really sub farming, but 50 subs to knock him out. How many subs to try to kill him? Oh, that's going to cost you a little more. 100 subs, and I'll beat him 22 times until he's almost dead. This was the incident here. I want to make sure that I keep the receipts for all of this. This was the beer on the head. Here, I'll give you that link as well. Link, bang. And what else do we have by way of evidence of the premeditation? Well, there is an interesting video that popped up. It's an amazing thing. The internet is forever. The MMA guru has been doing amazing work pulling these clips and compiling these clips. This is a clip reading the MMA guru that says, in hindsight, the signs were there from the start with Raja Jackson. This video of Rampage discussing the time Raja tried to blindside sucker punch KO him when they were having a fight in the house. I wonder what the argument was about. Maybe Rampage hit him with a prop can. Now, by the way, I haven't been able to independently verify the context of this particular clip, and if it doesn't say what MMA guru... Is that what it is? What MMA guru says it is, correct me, please, so that we can correct it. But it sounds like the description is sufficiently accurate for my ability to independently verify. Listen to this.
We already got in a fight once.
Oh, really?
2 years ago?
Yeah.
He sucker punched me.
Oh, I saw the slap.
How'd that go
Was
for
that
you?
that?
And what'd you do? Did you slam him on his head?
Oh, yeah. That motherfucker went to the hospital that day.
Yeah.
I don't play this.
We fight.
He's talking about his kid right now, by the way. That motherfucker went to the hospital that day. I'm going to let it play, and I'm going to stop interrupting. A kid who's sucker punching his father, allegedly, trying to unconscious him. Father retaliates, and whether or not it's just a joke, hyperbole, that motherfucker went to the hospital that day.
I know.
We already got in a fight
Totally
once.
normal.
Oh, really?
2 years ago?
Yeah.
He sucker punched me.
Oh, I saw the slap.
How'd that go
Was
for
that
you?
that?
And what'd you do? Did you slam him on his head?
Oh, yeah. That motherfucker went to the hospital that day.
Yeah.
I don't play this.
We fighting 3-on-1 though. Two big bitches came out the room too. Like, leave our man alone. You're like, oh god damn.
No, you know what? I felt bad about kicking his ass that day, and to this day, he's the only person I ever guillotined.
Oh my god!
I never get guillotined on nobody. I didn't want to keep punching him, so I guillotined him, and he wouldn't tap out. And
You put him to sleep?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because when he sucker punched me, he almost rocked me, and it was right by I got this 100-year-old door that turned to like a table.
Yeah, it's
It's like
haunted.
200 pounds. If I would have hit my head, I would have died.
Oh, but hold on, what was the fight over?
He's not gonna want me to tell what that fight was over.
It was embarrassing for him.
Yeah. I don't even.
Something stupid?
I ain't want him to talk about it.
Why?
Because
It happened.
I know.
We already got in the fight once.
It's unbelievable. Here, give you the link to that one. I'm curious to know what that fight was about now. And I think that pretty much does it for the. There was a video of him after the assault, talking about how he's fed up with people playing with him. And so basically what this was straight up, I want to say like Joe Pesci at a casino, like, hey, yeah, we're cool, and I'm going to come and kill you when you are not expecting it. I'm going to exploit of my apparent olive branch and truce in order to try to kill you when I get the chance. And he damn near killed him. And Keith Woods, who's doing amazing work on this, is looking to see, I think they've set up a GoFundMe, unfortunately. I would have, I think he found it. I'll see if I can find that. But Keith Woods has been doing amazing work on this. If anyone can put us in, this was from the other day, and I think they subsequently found a fundraiser for Psycho Stu. If anyone can put us in contact with him or his loved ones, there are many people who would like to support him with a fundraiser. My DMs are open. I'll just play this here. I forgot to mention it early on. Psycho Stu is a veteran who apparently suffered from PTSD, and amateur wrestling was his way of coping with the PTSD he suffered from his experience as a veteran. Just, for what it's worth, this scumbag POS of a what's the word I'm looking for? A troubled youth. What's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. Scumbag. Damn near killed a man who served his country, who was doing this as a method of coping with the trauma he experienced serving this country. Delinquent is the word I was looking for. And in as much as I ever thought I liked Rampage Jackson, I hadn't seen that side of him. I hadn't heard those clips. And I would be very curious about any father either taking pride in having hospitalized or unconscious their child and boasting about the fact that, or having an incident in which their child nearly sucker punches them because they're fighting, and then whatever. All right, listen to this.
Pro in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about
6 months earlier. I got out of the military. I joined Knox Pro, because I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me adjust back into civilian life. A lot of veterans, it's hard for them to readjust into civilian life coming from the life of the military. I'm an American soldier that suffers from PTSD. Being in front of a crowd, it doesn't give me as much anxiety and aggression as I thought it would. Pro in 2009. I had just got out of the military, probably about 6 months early.
That's who Psycho Stu is. And everyone is wishing a speedy recovery, but this is going to result in the arrest of Raja sooner than later. And if there's any justice in the world, it will be conviction. You're dealing with someone who has shown premeditation, malice, and more importantly, like a rabid animal. Someone had made the comment, even dogs stop fighting when the other one has submitted. Only the most vicious of predatory animals continue attacking when the other element has been subdued. Or if you're, attacking to kill for either eating or whatever. Even dogs in a dog run stop fighting when the other dog has submitted. Psycho Stu was unconscious while this guy was trying to pummel him into another realm.